While reading a book called Storm Clouds Over Jones County, I read a story about the Rushton Pottery Works. Now, it's a story of a man named Bennett Jackson Rushton and his wife, Emily Lawrence. The Rushton family was known for their fine china and their exquisite pottery that they made in Staffordshire, England. After his family moved to the United States, Bennett Jackson Rushton took his family and came to a place called Jones County, Mississippi. And in Jones County, Mississippi, in about 1857, he started his business in which he made pipes and jugs, dishes, cooking utensils, urns, any type of stoneware that they could think of, some unique odds and end pieces. And they would take this pottery and travel around Jones County, and oftentimes venturing beyond that and selling wagon loads of pottery they made right here in Laurel. Sadly, one of the darker parts of our history in Jones County is slavery. Now, in the 1850 census, it shows that in Jones County alone, there were 274 slaves. In the 1860 census, it showed there was 407 slaves. Now, after doing further research, I have learned that the Rushton Pottery Works, Mr. B.J. Rushing, he actually owned a handful of slaves. These slaves were used a lot in the pottery making business, and there was one slave that Mr. Rushing owned named Jug Jack. And the story goes that Jug Jack was such a fine potter that he said to her that B.J. Rushing was said to have refused $1,500 for him. As war broke out between the states, it is said that in Jones County, B.J. Rushing owned around 4 slave houses, 15 slaves with 2 adult males aged 47 and 35, 5 adult females ages 20 to 35, and 8 children ages 10 months old to 12 years old. For his slave's burial place, the story goes that he selected a ridge west of the factory about 200 yards where non-slaves are buried. All right, today we're going to go try to find the location of the Rushton Pottery Works as well as a cemetery where some slaves are buried. So let's go try to find it.
All right.
Okay, so I'm trying to find the Rushton Cemetery. According to this information, it is off Magnolia Road. I think that's out 184 East. So I'm gonna try to go there first. Probably should use my GPS so this episode doesn't take 5 hours to film because I get lost. So let's just see what old Google has to say of where this place is. All right, according to Siri, Google Maps, it takes about 20 minutes to get there from North Laurel. And I'm gonna have to travel out close to Highway 84, that's right. So we're on the right direction, the right path. So hopefully 20 minutes from now, we'll make it. And hopefully it won't rain, because that would mess everything else up. All right, we're on Highway 184, we're eastbound, and we're about a mile from Magnolia Road. It'll be over on the left-hand side. So we are looking for that, and hopefully we will be at the original location for the Rushton Pottery Works, as well as the Rushton Cemetery, where the Rushton family's buried, as well as some slaves that had to work at the pottery factory back in the mid-1800s. Pottery Works. Now the sign says Pine View Baptist Church, but the original church was a Congregational Methodist church that later converted over to be a Baptist church, and that should be the location of where we're trying to get to. As you can see, Bocahoma Lake is not that far away. There's a turn to Bocahoma. We are about a mile from the location. Let's see. I think this is it up here on the hill. Yes, here we go. All right. Now this should be the location, if my information's correct, of the Rushton Cemetery. All right, It says Pineview Baptist Church. Used to be a Congregational Methodist church. And let's see, this might be the Rushton Cemetery. Hopefully it is. Oh, look, it is. It is. It's labeled Rushton Cemetery. All right, the story goes that B.J. Rushton, he's the father, the one who started the business. He had a son named Prince Rushton, and he died on April 21st, 1858. The story goes that Prince Rushton contracted measles from a slave that B.J. Rushton purchased out of Mobile. So what we've got to do is find Prince Rushton's grave. So let's see if we can find that grave. Here's Rushton's. The Rushton burial. Let's see if we can find. Okay, this might. Who is this? John. That's not it. Rushton. Here we go. O.B. Rushton. Let me figure out who this is. Ruby Rushton. All right, so this is P.C. Rushton, because he died April 21st, 1858. All right, I've located Prince Rushton's grave. Now, if we reverse the footsteps that his father B.J. made, we should come up to 9 unmarked graves of former slaves that were buried right here in the cemetery. So I'm gonna go 10 paces north. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Right here we have 3. We have 3 markers here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Okay, here's the other one. Here's the other one. All right. So here, this one must have broken over the years. So this will make 9 markers. So we have 4 unknown slaves buried here, and then we have 5 unknown slaves buried to the east of them. That is amazing. So right here in Jones County, we have 9 slaves, unidentified slaves, buried right here in the Rushton Cemetery. Now these slaves worked for the Rushton Pottery Works. Wow. That is amazing to find these here today. Alright, so my information tells me that the original Rushton Pottery Works is located directly across Magnolia Road from the church. So if this is Magnolia Road, the original Pottery Works should have been located somewhere over here, across Magnolia Road. So the site could either be over here, or it could be over here. Since that's private property, I don't know how much we could look for it. Really don't want to go to jail trespassing trying to find an old pottery work site, but yeah. All right, now it's possible this is the site of where the Rushton Pottery Works was once located, because we are directly across the road from Pineview Church. And what we have right here was some dozer work's been done. They've pushed down some trees, and now there are bricks, old pieces of slab is right down in here. So this has to be it. This has to be the location of where the Pottery Works used to be located, which is nothing more than broken bricks. All right, so the next stop we've got to make is going to Lauren Rogers Museum of Art. It is said that somewhere in that museum they still have some samples of some pottery that was made at this pre-Civil War pottery works. So we'll go check that out. So we're in Lauren Rogers Museum, and I believe that we have some pottery here from the Rushton family. So let's go check it out. Just inside the door, I guess you go a little ways in this hallway. It's in a display case here on the left, right here. At the very bottom, this is pottery from the Rushton family around the 1860s, 1870s, right here on this bottom shelf.
You can see your feet and thingy. Hello there. Enjoy it.
All right, well, that concludes today's episode. Thank you for watching. Please click like and subscribe, and stay tuned for some more local history lessons and stories.